Alright, welcome back to the channel, y'all. We're going to be talking about the latest patch of internet drama, internet beef, whatever you want to call it. Now, if you can excuse this horrendous Marvel Rivals gameplay, it's not really the point of the video, but we're going to be talking about a beef between Joshua Mundy, Dads Against Predators, against Jidion. Now, if you don't know who Jidion or Dads Against Predators is, I'm pretty sure we've heard of at least one or the two at some point in time. I mean, they're kind of prevalent on Instagram and TikTok. I mean, if you haven't heard of Dads Against Predators, you probably would have heard of Jidion at one point. The man who infamously took a haircut at an NBA game and got arrested for taking a shit in IHOP. And now he catches pedophiles now, for those who haven't been keeping up with him. But this beef, well, let's get into the beef. So, this beef stems from an Instagram post I'm going to show on screen of Jidion basically saying that, well, if you punch these pedophiles in the face, you're just as bad as them. Which, I do understand the message that, like, oh, well, you should be collabing with law enforcement. But I feel like this could have been worded so much better than just, you get to beat up pedophiles? Well, yeah, you're just basically a predator yourself. To which Shua Mundy replied with this clip that we're about to watch right here.
I'm going to do this very short, very sweet, very fast. I'm kind of annoyed, but I've done this message a lot. Needs to get out again. The reason I smack predators, not to this is going to go viral, this is going to do that, because it's actually reverse. Violence gets you taken down off the internet. If I was trying to go viral, I'd probably wear a Santa costume. Anyways, smacking a predator, and the reason why I just don't beat him up and hit him with baseball bats and stuff like that is because a smack in the face is the most disrespectful thing you can do to a man. I believe that pedophilia is rooted in power. I can go on about that later on, but I'm just going to leave it at that. Pedophilia is rooted in power and is sexual sometimes, but it's mostly rooted in power. Now, when I do this, when I catch predators, if the police want the stuff, I give them the stuff. If they don't want the stuff, what am I going to do? So, still post it. A lot of these times, all the predators that I've gotten arrested have gotten probation. And you know how many predators I've arrested that's already been in the predators I've caught that's already been arrested, already been in the system, already registered. So that whole the only end game is an arrest is fucking stupid. We got 7 suicides, more than any predator catching group combined. All right? We get real results done. Lives ruined, wives gone, jobs gone, homeless. We've proved this over the past 6 years. If you're wearing costumes to catch predators, you don't read your DMs, because I get DMs every day of people telling me how bad things are that happen to them, that happen to their children, that happen to their brother, that happen to their sister, that happen to their mother, that happen to their dad. And if you can fucking read these disgusting stories, and disgusting because of how vile a human can be, and then go and dress up as Santa Claus or put a little predator Halloween costume on and make a joke out of this, you're disgusting. You're vile. So, I don't know how many times I can prove that if I smack a predator, that doesn't give them fucking immunity to any other crime that they've done. This is not the NFL. One crime does not fucking dissolve the other. These are not offsetting penalties. If I smack a predator and he came to meet a child and the police and the DA want to do something about it, they're going to do something about it. They're not going to stop because I smacked him. Read a fucking book, you fucking imbecile.
Not trying to sound like a news reporter. So it turns out Big Bert and Jidion just had a FaceTime call, and Big Bert himself posted, which we're going to see here right now. Basically, he said that, Jidion, Shua, Jay, Skeet, Hanson, they're all legends. They're all legends, which I don't really get the point of this entire drama to begin with. It's basically just, well, I don't like the way you catch. Well, I don't like the way you catch either. We produce results. We do. What the fuck was the point of this beef? The beef was understandable, and we're going to look into some of the other context in a bit, which I can't tell if it's between Shua and Jidion, but as far as I know, right now it's Bert and Jidion, which, mind you, literally just today, Jidion posted this screenshot on his Instagram story, basically saying how Big Bert wanted to beat the shit out of him, which, of course, I don't really see the point of beating another person's ass with just critiquing what you said, because at the end of the day, he was just providing, necessary criticism, which, again, I'm not going to doubt their motives, because at the end of the day, they're trying to protect the youth, which I don't really think anybody would be against. But we're going to delve in shortly into what Shua Mundi said on his Instagram post. Now, he made 3 posts, a few actually. Now, the first one is right here now, this is a clip, and I don't really think I can show it, but I'm not going to take the risk and show you guys this clip because I'm scared YouTube might actually take this down. So, basically, he smacked Ryan, who was a predator. Now, I've seen the clip before, and I can show the screenshot right here of the same predator who was in that video, who also got arrested. So, they do collab with law enforcement from what it seems. It's just I just don't really see the point of this, because at the end of the day, like, from either side, no matter what, like, this beef didn't even need to be incentivized, because, like, really, what do you accomplish and gain from this? You literally are just catching bad guys, which, at the end of the day, the point is that even if this beef still keeps going, I still think it's pointless, but let's keep going. A little while later, at the time of this recording, Shua and Jay Carnicom, which is one of the founding members of Dad's Conspiracy, is a lightning fast screenshot of them reacting to and calling out Jadion, saying this is the guy who takes predator catching serious. And here's everything that it said. I'm not going to delve into it. I mean, it's kind of like stupid that this beef even started, but I do understand both sides. And I'm going to give my side, probably. I don't really have a side on this, because at the end of the day, like, this is coming from a team myself. Like, what the fuck is the point of this? Like, this accomplishes nothing. If anything, it just makes both of you look childish. And I'm saying this with respect, all due respect. This just doesn't look like a good rep for the predator catchers or the culture, or, you know, trying to protect the youth. Because if the same people who are, you know, saying they want to protect kids are out here beefing with each other because they don't like the way it goes, then, like, why even catch at that point? Just let Tommy and, you know, Skeeter Jean do it at that point, because if you guys are going to just incentivize beef, and you guys just look childish at this point, to which Jadion even posted on his Instagram saying that basically, well, I don't have to catch and smack people, because at the end of the day, what I'm doing is legal and what you're doing isn't. Which, just like Shua said in the clip, just because they committed the crime doesn't really lessen the predator's crimes. And I think the analogy that this is not the NFL is pretty fucking hilarious. But moral of the story is that if you're going to be a predator catcher, just don't get yourself into a case of frivolousness like this. Because at the end of the day, beefing with each other because you don't like the way one does it is pretty fucking annoying. Anyways, have a blessed day. Don't get political in my comment section. Subscribe. It does seem like I'm asking a lot from you, but it would mean the world to me, and it helps the algorithm promote my content. And I'll see you in the next video.